The following is a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.
Welcome to Card Reads by Annie. I would like to say, I'd like to start off by saying thanks to Yvonne here at All That Is for letting us shoot on location. We always move her store around. I've got my stress relief under the table there, as we can see. Okay, and I want your help, everybody. Let's get Jimmy Fallon in the seat next to me here at some point. Remember, no matter what I say in the cards, there's usually options in there. You really have to hear what it says, but the cards don't decide for you. So I would like to say thank you to Donnie, who's making funny faces at us over there. He's on camera. I would like to thank Tommy, who is our station manager at Shaw. And I would like to thank Bruce, my fiance, for being our director. And I'd like to say thank you to Donna for being here today and being our volunteer guest. Single volunteer guest. I just thought I'd say that, okay? So she's here local. You need to get a hold of her. This is not like Millionaire Matchmaker, but we can play for a little while, can't we? Right, Tommy? You did say the other day it's my show. Okay, Donna, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And Donna actually was one of our first volunteers here about a year or so ago. And so I do want to thank you for coming back, because everybody seems a little shy to do this, and it's really not so bad, is it? I mean, you're obviously not going to ask me on air the most private of questions. We save those for a closed-in little room, okay? So
try me. No,
I'll try
kidding.
you. Okay, I'm liking this girl more and more. Okay, go ahead and shuffle.
Okay.
Excuse me while I take a little slurp of coffee. Yeah.
My hands are sweaty.
That's okay. Oh, we'll take that. Short little trip and a visit.
Okay.
Interesting. We'll see what that has to say on its own. May have something to do with your question, or perhaps not at all. So with your left hand, I know it's a little awkward with stuff here, but please cut it into 3 piles if you would. We use the left hand because it's closest to the heart. So very decisive, very quick, okay? Our pass pile's a little bit on the big side here, okay? But it's not bad in relation to the here and now. We would just like to see this pile a little bit on the bigger side, but it's not anything monstrous that I'm concerned about.
Okay.
Okay, ask away at your question.
What is the biggest block in my life right now?
What do I want to be when I grow up? Does that make sense? The biggest block actually does seem to be maybe perhaps, I hate to say this, but location. Okay. It does feel like maybe we could unblock some stuff if we live somewhere where we're perhaps a little happier. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. And I'm not sure if that's the housing or the actual area, but it feels like it's a touch of both. Okay. Is there a young lady in your life who has suggested you move somewhere? If not, it's coming, okay? Because this here is in the next 6 months, a young lady who seems to, through conversation, give you answers.
Okay.
Okay? So it is showing here, if you want to change this block, you got to get creative to see how to break up this block, okay? My creativity is a coloring book. I mean, I can't draw a stick man, but it's still creativity. It still calms me, okay? It's a form of meditation. What's your creativity, okay? So whatever your creativity is, when you're feeling like really topsy-turvy, that's where your answers are. So once we come out of that moment of coloring or drawing or writing or photography, it doesn't matter what it is, chasing a little white ball around a green field, you know, whatever it is, whatever brings you to a sense of meditation, blurt out the first thing that comes out afterwards. That's usually your answer. It's usually that quick, especially if we're sitting on the fence. And I'll be honest, and you can call me out on it if I'm wrong, but it feels like you're sitting on a fence deciding whether to stay in the area or not. Okay, only you can decide that, but I can pull a few cards to see what will happen here if we go. If we go. Communication with a male who's a permanent partner. She's single. Remember, she said that at the beginning. Oh, right, that was me that said that.
No, I think I inched to that.
Okay, and you know what? I can certainly confirm that in our 50s, late 40s, we can find that permanent person. Okay, mine's permanent person sitting right there on the floor. Okay.
I look forward to my 50s.
There you
Wink,
go.
wink.
See?
Just kidding.
Like, she's 29,
Just kidding.
but she does like that more mature man over 40. Okay.
No, I don't.
Can we have her back many times? You're hilarious. But it is looking to me like you're looking at a move. Okay. And I do tend to think that if you choose to move, that'll happen within the next 9 to 10 months. Okay. I also feel it's that same time frame approximately that we're meeting this person. So here's your decision to make. Do you want to start dating here if you're thinking of moving and then have to keep traveling back and forth? Or are we going to stay put and just have fun for now, okay, and perhaps serious date once we've moved, okay? Because it will make that decision to move if you fall for someone here and decide you do want to go, then what? Okay, so we do have to keep that in mind as we're going, but yes, very early did this card come out, and this card represents meeting a partner, okay, being with a partner, and this is long-term partner.
Okay.
What's beautiful here is, seems very good at communication, okay, so in other words, you can actually say, you're ticking me off today, and he'll say, really, why? Okay, he won't just, and walk away, okay? So he is actually pretty decent when it comes to conversation. But there again, there's not a whole lot there that we have to get ticked off with about, because he seems to have a lot of balance there. But I do think this, within 6 months of reaching that decision, stay or go, is when you'll meet him. Okay, so whether that's here or whether that's Kenora, but you also have to put yourself in different places, okay, to meet different people, because you kind of bump into the same people all the time. For you, if you chose to go online dating, you could, for the simple reason you are not gullible, I guess is the best way to put it. Well, okay, but you're not gullible, so that's
No,
okay.
not anymore.
Okay, no. So does that kind of answer your question?
Yes.
So either way, you have to make that decision, and it does show you are sitting on the fence, okay? So that being said, there is definitely somebody in the forecast for you. It's pretty interesting, okay? But you do have to step out of the normal places we go to meet people, okay?
Yes, I do understand that.
Definitely. So Donna, I thank you so much for being here. You're always hilarious, whether we're in a private session or not, okay? So as far as that goes, we are very happy you were here today.
Thank you.
So we are going to be back here shortly with my feet in some water, and we're going to start that water off with clean water, and all I'm going to say is this, disgusting, but we all got to get it done. I'm doing it again. Come back and check out what Yvonne's doing to me next. Hi there. So today I'm here with Yvonne at All That Is in Dryden, and she is going to play around with my feet. Don't let too many people do that because I'm rather ticklish. But apparently, if we look down here, I'm taking a foot detox. So Yvonne, explain to me what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. I'm excited.
Okay, foot detox, what it does, it helps balance your pH level, your metabolism. It can help with circulation. It releases toxins from your body. So we're dealing with magnetic smog all the time with the cell phones and TVs and pollution from, say, the mill, for example. And what this system does is it helps draw the toxins actually from the pores in your feet, because a lot of toxins tend to pool in your feet. So we're going to start the system up, and it takes half an hour.
Yay, some
and
me
you
time.
don't really feel anything. Some people might feel a little tingly. And it's just you sit back, relax, enjoy some quiet me time.
Okay, let's do this. I've never done this, so I'm pretty excited. So I go ahead and put my feet in?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what's
And
that?
this is called an array.
Okay.
And this is a little machine. It's a computerized machine that does all the work. So it
Okay.
adjusts the levels of the toxins that are being pulled out.
Okay, sounds good.
And what you generally want to do is kind of top up any supplements, because it will draw, as it's drawing toxins from your body, it'll also draw some of the good things like magnesium that your body does need, so it's good to top it up. So I like to think of it as out with the old and in with the
With the
good.
new.
So
Okay.
drinking water is very important, so there's some bottled water there for
Perfect.
you. Drinking water is very important to flush toxins from your body.
So you guys get out of here for 30 minutes, and this is me time. So, as you can see, Tommy is pointing down, or was just pointing down at my disgusting water. I'm trying to keep my composure, but this stuff has come out of my feet. There's little black floaty things in there. Look, Tommy, there's little black floaty things in there that apparently is normal to come out. So we're gonna let Yvonne explain what's actually going on here, because this is disgusting.
Out with the old, in with the, and you did drink your water, right?
I did, look.
You need the water to flush the toxins from your body.
Absolutely.
This is just an example of what's coming out.
Okay.
So you've got, how old are you? We're not going to give that
That's
on
okay,
you.
I don't care.
But you're
I'm
over.
51.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So you've got 51 years of toxins built up in your body. So
Okay.
this is your first session that you've ever had. So this is normal.
Okay.
Yeah, your body is pulling from different organs in your body, your liver, your gallbladder, your heart, and you are a smoker.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
big time.
so sometimes it can be very, like it might have a scent to it,
Okay.
an earthy scent, I'll call it.
Little bit, yeah.
So in Eastern medicine, they associate the different colors with different parts of the body.
Okay.
We don't do that here because we're not here to diagnose, cure, treat. It's
No,
just
no, and
something
I should
you
mention that,
implement
if you don't
into
mind.
your everyday life. It's something you can do in your own home, have your own health spa.
Right, so this is
Yeah.
never meant to replace you going for your regular
No,
doctor's
definitely
visit.
it's to complement.
What you're already
you're being
doing with your
advised by your
physician.
doctor, yeah.
Perfect. So I do have to say I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes now, about 35 minutes, and I do have to say there's been a tingling sensation the whole time. It's not a bad sensation, it's actually a good sensation, but I am curious next time I come in, or the next several times, if it'll start lighting up or not. So just for my own sake, I'm going to try this again, because if that actually came out of my body, I'd like to see a little bit more come out. And I've watched it. Nobody else has come in this room with me. This has simply come out of my feet. It's so disgusting. So on that note, I'm going to wrap up this detox, and I'm going to say thanks, Yvonne, and have you help me clean up my feet.
Oh yeah, and we'll end it with a nice little quick foot massage.
This sounds
Yep.
good. So I want to thank you for showing us this today. This has been awesome, and I'm a believer. I'm definitely coming back to get a little more toxicity, if I'm saying that right, out of my body. This has been fun. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Hi there. Did you see those disgusting feet and that water? I'm going to be doing that again as soon as I get back from this trip. I'm actually booking a session. Feel much calmer, actually. I do tend to think that this is something everybody should try once, but I will say this. Yeah, I was thoroughly surprised, and yeah, you'll see. It was kind of just, yeah, you saw it. Yuckers. Okay, so we're going to give Carol a call and see what questions she has for us.
Hello.
Hi, Carol. How are you today? It's Annie calling.
Good, Annie. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry I'm a few minutes behind, but I always am thankful people give me a few extra minutes ahead or behind. So
Quite all right.
we are shuffling the cards. I've been doing that since I dialed your number, and I would like
Okay.
you to tell me when to stop shuffling, if you would.
Okay. Stop now.
Okay, perfect. Next thing we're going to do is cut the cards together. We're going to cut them twice. There are 47 cards. I'll run my hand up and down the deck. You tell me when to stop, and I'll say again, and you say stop again. So we'll go ahead and start now.
Stop.
Okay, again.
Stop.
Okay. Huge pile coming up. Well, that sounded bad, but that's not how I mean it. It actually means that we have a lot to look forward to, a lot still coming up in the future, so to speak. You know, not that I want to sound like a psychic cliche, oh, we're going to see the future, but, you know, that is what the cut is showing, that we are actually going to see some stuff in the future coming up. So go ahead with your question.
Okay. I know for myself I'm on a spiritual journey of awakening, and I just need to know what is it that I'm meant to do?
Okay. First thing, I started smiling as soon as I saw these cards, okay? There's somebody that's passed away that you're missing, and I would say they haven't been passed away more than 3 to 5 years. Unfortunately, they're not showing me a gender on the table yet. But I think you already know who it is. This person used to be very enlightening for you, okay? Yeah. So in other words, provide a lot of answers when we were a little stuck. One of the first things that's actually showing up here is my cards for ghosts and spooks. I talk to energy guides, which are energies that have to learn from us, but they've been with us from conception and will be with us till we take our last breath. You, however, should be looking into perhaps some channeling, okay? Doesn't matter how far you take that, as long as you learn some basics in it. The reason for it is this, I always lay out first 5 cards just to kind of give me a boost over the next 2 years. And you do have people you've been missing that are coming through in the next 2 years. So even if you don't do anything else with it, but learn to recognize the signals that are around you, that's going to help huge on your spiritual journey. Now, there's somebody that passed away from an accident, okay? Somebody who seems to have had a misfortune, and I tend to think they were under 30 before they passed, or when they passed. And this person definitely tries, and I want to say a he, seems to want to make contact a lot over the next 2 years, trying to help heal some chaos and perhaps a broken heart. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay. I'm sorry, but that's what's coming up, and he wants you to know. He doesn't have a broken heart anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, because he wants you to know his heart's at peace.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm sorry, I know that wasn't our question today, but I think that in itself will help with the spiritual journey. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry myself. But expect when he's around chaoses that are a little beyond your control. Okay, so I say this to a lot of people because we get clumsy when we don't recognize what's around us. So you might get a paper cut when you're not handling paper. You might feel like you got nicked by a knife in the dishes when there's no knife in there. You might trip on something that's just simply not there. Okay, those are the moments that you're not noticing he's around. But he does need you to know it is showing here after the misfortune. It is showing clarity and cleansing. His heart is no longer hurting. So I really do think for you to get these types of messages, I would really like to see your next spiritual journey go to channeling.
Okay, most excellent.
Okay, and once you start reading up on it, tell me you don't get a little bit of shivers. Send me a note.
I'm getting them already.
Okay.
Because it makes sense to me.
Okay.
Everything you've said makes sense.
Sounds
You're amazing, Annie.
Oh, thank you. So does this help at all?
Yes, and I'm very grateful.
Oh, me
very
too.
Grateful.
I thank you for volunteering with us today. And you can just tell people I hit you with my metaphorical bricks if they see a tear. That's what I do all the time.
Okay.
Okay?
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very much for all that you do, Annie.
Oh, you're very welcome. You have yourself a great weekend.
You as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to give Jennifer a call in Ottawa. I'm going to compose myself a little bit, and I'll just explain that for a minute. I can't explain how our spooks and ghosts come through, but sometimes they just tell me to blurt out what comes out, and I don't mean to sound like I'm all wishy-washy, but it's not often I get weepy when I'm doing cards, because I've kind of learned to separate from it, or I would be an emotional basket case. And I really do, it's very rare that it cuts me to the heart like that. So, Carol, lots of love and light to you, okay? We're going to give Jennifer a call. Now, Jennifer is a person I should probably, and yes, Jennifer, I know you're listening and watching. She is from Ottawa, and her and I do our sessions a little bit different on the phone, but she knows the routine, and she's always a lot of fun to talk to. And when I was short one volunteer, because none of you got a hold of me to volunteer, I did ask Jennifer if she would do this. So, hello, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you're on speakerphone, right? Because you certainly wouldn't be driving and talking.
Exactly, you're on Bluetooth.
Okay, I love you for that. Okay, this is Jennifer on the phone with us from Ottawa. Jennifer's really busy. She works full-time, and she has her own, it's fitness that you do, correct? Fitness center?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the studio.
Yeah, so she's got a fitness studio as well. So this is a woman who's constantly on the go. Jennifer, you know the drill. You tell me when to go ahead and stop shuffling.
Stop.
Okay? And we're going to go ahead and cut, and I'll start now.
Stop.
Okay? And again.
Stop.
Okay. Okay, nice and decisive. Very balanced, actually, because our here and now pile is not our biggest pile. Our past pile is kind of big, which just means that we've had to go through a lot of stuff. But it does feel, because your future pile is your biggest one, you've come out on top of it beautifully. So that's always a nice thing. Sorry, drinking so much coffee today because I'm off on a bit of a road trip when we're done. And yeah, trying not to burp because I'm supposed to be a lady. It's kind of funny. Okay, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so I recently ended it with someone I was dating, and someone walked into my life, and I want to know how that's going to go.
Okay. Okay, first and foremost, let's make sure we're spending some time on our own between the two partners, okay? So in other words, keep doing the stuff you're doing. If you make a girls' weekend, stick with a girls' weekend. If you and your child are going to go away to a nearby city, then stick to that. But I do think this person makes you laugh immediately and puts you at ease immediately. But I will say this, and you can call me out on this anytime, and you know it, okay? Make sure, though, if one you just ended it with starts contacting you, that the person that we're seeing now, perhaps we're very honest with him about it.
I have it.
Okay, perfect.
He knows all about it.
Yeah, because I think the person you're kind of seeing now could kind of fall a little quicker, a little sooner. Because I think he's in that place in his life where he's ready to have a long-term relationship. Whereas the last person there, kind as he is, and he is kind, very kind, I think he needs to figure out some things, okay? But if you're communicating a lot with both of them, it is going to actually get a little bit on the confusing side for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And here's the thing. When you get stressed out, we kind of know it affects your digestive. It's right here, okay? Because you sometimes skip meals when you're stressed. And you being so active, you can't do that, okay? You have to continue getting those calories in because you are so very fitness oriented. So we do have to kind of replace what we're burning. Right?
Yes.
I'm going to say this. I do have to say this. You're in kind of a quandary there because they're both very good with children. And you do have one child, okay? And because of that, it's even harder because when we're looking to bring another partner into our world around our children, we want to know that it's the best for all of us, right, including the new person. So as far as your son goes, we've discussed before, he's going to have a lot of questions, okay, about his father. And especially when you do start introducing him to somebody that you are dating, he will have more questions on his father. But you've been very good at answering them so far, and you'll continue listening to your instinct and answer that. But do expect his father to kind of come and spook him a little bit more, say in the middle of the night or early morning, okay? I would say probably around Christmas time, because for whatever reason, I think your son will have a lot of questions at Christmas. Okay, so I know that's a little bit off topic, but he's coming up, so we have to kind of just know that that's coming, I guess. Does that help at all, Jennifer?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I'm still confused.
I know. I kind of would, okay, I guess if I were in your shoes, I'd want to see myself end it completely before starting something new, okay? Make sure that's what I want. Because once you start something new, the something old may not be as tolerant that you've started something new if you change your mind. How's that? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So that's why I'm saying if we're going to be sure, okay?
Yeah.
And then move on. Yeah. Okay, my girl, I'm going to wish you a great weekend.
Thank you.
And
you too. Nice talking to you guys.
yes, you too. And I thank you so much for volunteering. I appreciate it very much. Okay, you try to take a day off soon, would you?
Sounds good. You too.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, do I have time for an email or no? Okay, so we are in charge of our own destiny. I do love volunteers for our show, whether it's people to ask a question or whether it's people who'd like to share with us what they do, whether it's reflexology, which I think, have we done that already? No. Yes, we did. I think so. Reflexology, massage, acupuncture, it really doesn't matter what your alternative is or what you do to help people promote relaxation. That's kind of what I'm after the next 6 months is relaxation. And now that we've changed things with the show a little bit, we can go out and about in town with a camera. So we're having a little bit more fun with it, as you saw in my foot detox. I absolutely love that. I will be doing it again, but I'm going to sign off for today. And if you'd like to volunteer, please go ahead and email me at cardreadsbyannie@gmail.com. In the meantime, lots of love and light to you. Oliver and I say thank you.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.